Hey guys, Sean Bougie, surplusfundsriches.net. Today we're talking about skip tracing. Couple things you need to know. First of all, you need to get a real service. Don't get cheap. Get a real service. They're not going to be cheap. It's going to run you, even in bulk, anywhere from $1.50 to $6 per search, depending on how deep you go on it. But get a real skip tracing system, people finder system, not one of these ones that's free or a cent per search or something ridiculous. Get a real one. Even in that instance, you're going to have something to plug into the system. And occasionally you're going to plug in the person's name and the address, and you go kind of wide. Don't put in the middle name at first. Start with the first and last name. Put the address. Don't necessarily include northwest, southeast, all that right away. See if that'll give you a nice solid hit that shows you have the right John Smith or whatever. Sometimes you won't get a hit. Sometimes you have to lock it down a little tighter. Sometimes you have to check for a different address for the individual. And there's a really simple way to do that. Just two simple ways. In addition to the property address, there's two other addresses that you can find. But sometimes these are the same as the property address, right? Sometimes they're not. When you have a deed that's giving it, again, you have to search deeds and debt, guys. Whenever you do this, you got to do title work. We teach you how to do that. But when you do that, check the deed. It may have a different mailing address for the owner than the property address. See that a lot when they buy it as investment property or they buy it for someone else or whatever. Now you have a second address you can plug in and see if you can get hits for a current address. Okay. The other place to look is in the tax assessor's office. Oftentimes you can check the tax card online, okay, by plugging in the address or the name of the person, find a match, and they will give different mailing addresses for that individual if there's a mailing address that's different than the foreclosure address and the property address. So you need to check all those. Once you send the mailing, and we really recommend that you mail and call, because the mailing gives you a lot more credibility, and it's the more times they see or hear your name or your company name, the better it is for you. So we recommend you do that, but here's what we do. We get kind of crazy on it. We not only send to the potential claimant, but also to their potential relatives and associates with the claimant's name on there. And we do that for two reasons. One is if they are relatives and associates, oftentimes they will call back and give us the correct contact information. It's a great trick. The second reason we do that is that now when the person calls, if we've sent it to a associate or friend, we can go, what's the name on the mailing? Because that's where it's going to be under. That's going to be our file or case name in there, right? So we've got to know that name. And again, that's important that you always address it to the claimant, even if you're sending it to their possible relatives and associates. Another thing to check for, and I know I've said this before, if and when you do get returned mail from any of the addresses you send to, if and when you get returned mail, take that mail, okay, and take a little look at the return at the bottom. Because if it says forwarding order expired, it'll often actually give you the new address. It'll say forwarding order expired. You know, we used to be sending this to 1024 East Green Tree. Here we go. Okay, that helps a lot. Those of you guys that see my videos, you know that I don't like the Facebook thing because people are friending a friend and then it looks like they're a friend of a friend and you're basically starting a business relationship off using deceit. And I don't think that's a good move. Hope this helped, guys. If you've got any comments you'd like to add, I'd love to hear them in the comment section. Like and subscribe. Share the video. Appreciate you guys. Have a good day.